Hi, this is Future Macam here. Apparently, I forgot to record sound for yesterday's daily challenge, so I'm gonna do a voiceover for the footage you're seeing right now. Right now, I discovered that there is a new emote wheel in challenges. I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, we are starting off in Russia. And it's winter Gen 4, so it should be like south of Moscow area-ish. That's all I know for now. And I can also see that there's a big road over there, but the coverage ends, so I can't really get there. So now I am trying my best to potentially get to that road or like get somewhere else that might be helpful. And then I see this sign that isn't very helpful. Um, but I think, yeah, now I'm coming up on a different sign. And then it says interkursk.ru in the URL. So it should be Kursk, the city. Or potentially the oblast. It looks like a pretty big city though, so I have plonked myself down in the city of Kursk for now. Now I'm keeping going and trying to get to that main road that I saw, but actually I get to a different main road that could potentially be helpful. Tried to line it up, but didn't really find anything helpful there. I see something Mokva. And then I keep going, and there is the river Mokva, which I scanned for just briefly. But yeah, I'm only finding the same and a bunch of different rivers, not the Mokwa. Eventually, I will keep going. It's a fairly big river, I think, but I still don't see it. And then just driving. Here it says Wanya Mokwa again. So I'm thinking if Mokwa is like its own town or anything in Kursk Oblast. Starting to doubt the Kursk info. Just looking for Mokwa, but I do not see it. Only 20 seconds left now. There's a different sign here, but it doesn't really help. Just says Central Street. Time's running out. Don't really find anything. The keen-eyed among you might see that it was actually on my screen several times there, but I did not see it and missed out on the 5K, unfortunately. But I did get the city, so close-ish enough. Now I'm molding about how if I just beeline the fast move, I could have went to the yellow road, or if I went the other way, I would have gotten into the city. Wasted a bunch of time there. Unfortunate. Anyway, next round in Sweden, we have Tullgränd, which is a street. It looks fairly southern. Cobbled roads and like these houses. And then I see this traffic school. No, it's a dental clinic, but it says Falkenberg Tooth Health. So yeah, Falkenberg is a town down in Halland. Looking for Tullgränd now. I'm seeing this thing that lines up, but the street is not named, which is unfortunate. So I'm trying to confirm. Go back to where I set my checkpoint. That sign does not really help, like social services. I'm trying to line up to where I got to here. I see this Hallands Nyheter, like Halland News Bureau. Looking for a POI for that or anything, but I do not see one. Now I am looking for a street name. And I do see one here, Köpmansgatan, and I did see that as well here. So that's where I came from. So I must have come from up there, and that indeed lines up with what I had lined up earlier. So now I'm looking for a house number just to confirm. And I do see house number 1 here. And house number 1 there, and that lines up, and then I send, and it is a 5K. Huge. Oh yeah, and then I'm reading about the location description about the iconic toll bridge. And then I decided to check it out because that sounded pretty cool. It's like an old arched stone bridge. Yeah, quite a pretty bridge. Trying to look at it from the other angle as well. Over there. Yeah, pretty nice bridge. Alright, anyway. Then I move on to round 3 in what looks like northern Canada or Alaska to me. No front plate is interesting. I accidentally exit full screen there. I think I accidentally hit right click and then there's like the exit full screen button. Anyway, then I mean, yeah, we just have some street names and not a lot of info as of right now. I see this maximum sign, so I know it's not Alaska at least. And then I start moving here, and still not a lot of info. Find a sign here. It says Yukon, so that confirms the province, or I guess territory. So that's nice. Now, you may notice while I'm driving here that I, maybe not right now, but like here, yeah. I keep just turning right all the time. And eventually I will cop on to the fact that I am driving in a huge circle. Keep turning right. And I'm still in the circle. There's another right turn. And yeah, I think I'm stuck. I don't know why I looked at those street names, but that doesn't really help. That's a cul-de-sac, don't go there. That should not be the exit of the circle. And eventually, wait for it. I come back here. And now I know for a fact that I have gone in a big circle. And I still don't know where the exit of the circle is. Which way should I go to get out of the circle? Very unfortunate. So I decided to try the one that I was forced on last time, this one. Surely this will lead out of the circle, but no, that is a dead end. And now I have 5 seconds left and have gone in a circle the entire round. Except I haven't gone in a circle the entire round. I spawned outside the circle and went into the circle. And now, yeah, if I went the other way from spawn, I would have just gotten to the yellow and then possibly been able to line it up. But that is unfortunate. Anyway, next round. This looks like the island of Chiloe in Chile, is what I call out immediately. And then we have a north coast here, and would you believe it? I find a sign right about soon. Right about there, saying Chiloe. And then I have confirmed that it is indeed there. And then it also says Ancud. Nuevo Hospital de Ancud. And Ancud is the main town, or like the big town in the north of Chiloe. I see this bridge here, lines up with that bridge. Then I try to line up the angle from that bridge and see that there's the Nuevo Hospital, which is indeed where I am right now. So I came from down there somewhere. And then this seems to line up, especially with the houses and the bends. It bends east, or it bends west in both directions, and it is indeed the 5K. And then they're talking about the strategic Spanish outpost of the San Antonio Fort in Ancud, which I will check out in just a second here. Guarding the scenic bay view. If I can open it, there is the fort right there. And that is a fort. It does have the cannons looking out over the bay that they were talking about. Not a lot of fort, a lot of wall, in my opinion. But, you know, what can you do? And then final round in South Africa. Starting to go north. Why am I... Oh yeah, I was wondering, why is there like an anchor? And then I realized, oh, it's probably bait. Anyway, I found some signs here to Bakkenskral. And the N12 between George and Oudtshoorn is right where I have clicked. I don't know what I'm scanning for right now, but I am here. Yes. Now I should probably look for Bakkenskral, or Bakkenskral, I believe. Lining up the angle, I see the Bakkenskral Ostrich Palace POI there. And then that has to be where I am. And I came from this bend with this off-road right here. That's a 5K. Oudtshoorn is known as the ostrich capital of the world, hence the POI we had. Feathers were known as white gold. Today farmers still offer tours and even ostrich rides. Pretty cool. Anyway, and that is a 24770. Unfortunate with the Kursk round and also the Yukon round, where I just went in a big circle twice. But you know, it happens. Molding a little bit about that right now. Like, if I could have, if that wasn't a dead end and if it was disconnected, I would have actually gotten to the yellow road, and that is unfortunate. But anyway, yeah, then the Kursk round with Mokva, which I didn't find. The river is a bit out of the way from the rest of Kursk. But yeah, that is that was today. So thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.